Hi everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. I want to do a quick video. I know it's early in the morning, but there's a lot going on. Today is June 3rd, 2020. It's Wednesday already. So let's talk about the George Floyd protests. Yes, there has been a lot of looting. Of course, that's not the message that we're trying to give, but you have to understand that there's a lot of anger out there, and I'm not by any means justifying the looting and the destroying of your own neighborhood, because a lot of this looting are happening in their own communities, and I just feel like we need to think before we do anything like that, that we are hurting our own self by doing so. There's a lot of anger towards the police too. You always have to remember that every police officer that you see in a uniform, every police officer is somebody's dad, somebody's uncle, somebody's anything, you know. It's someone who is created in God's image, loved by God, and you have to always remember that, because there's so much hate in, you know, what happened to George Floyd. Yes, it's been happening a lot, and like, I understand the anger, but not just because you see somebody in a police uniform means that they are going to be the same way. Obviously there's a lot of injustice, there's a lot of unknowns, but I just wanted to come here real quick and talk about something that's been trending on Twitter since last night, and it's about Dominicans. You know, me being a Dominican, born, and I came here when I was 12 years old. Yes, it's true. Like, there's a lot of racism amongst Dominicans. Another thing too that we cannot forget. There's a lot of racism amongst the Latino community within their own Latino culture, and I seen it. I seen it. And, I don't want to get too deep into it, because I just, but it happens a lot, guys. This is not something new. I am actually happy that people are bringing it up, and it's been trending like #1 since last night, because what happened in the Bronx, in Manhattan, and the looting and all of that, we need to talk about it. We need to stop hiding it under the table. There is racism amongst Dominican. There's something also in the culture of, and being a Dominican myself. It's almost like a lot of the times when we see somebody who is successful, we feel like they don't deserve it, and there's a lot of things happening lately, that we don't want to get too deep into it, because especially me, I live here in the US. I don't know all the details, but I did see the interview with Univision reporter Tony Andrades, and the thing with El Pacha, which is a Dominican news person, a Dominican, like, he's like a host, a TV host, very famous in the DR, and here in New York City also. I mean, not here, but in New York. But I just feel like there's a lot of stuff that need to come out, and we need to address it, because it's affecting the generations to come. And a lot of the times people just, you see generation after generation growing up with that mentality. Nothing is being done. It's so unfair, and such an injustice for you to think that somebody's better because they have a lighter skin. It's so an injustice to humankind for you to think that because I am dark skinned, I don't deserve to have what I have. The minute they see you coming with something, they're like, oh, I always wanted one of those. It's almost like you don't deserve what you have. And this is why it's trending, because I'm very surprised to see a lot of the young people on Twitter talking about it, because you will think that people don't see it, but people see it. They talk, somebody with pelo means they have good hair, and somebody like myself, who straighten my hair, I have bad hair according to them. And obviously it's not everybody who thinks like that, but I'm saying there's a lot of stuff that needs to be addressed. But anyways, there's a lot of protests scheduled for today. One right here, especially where I live in Danbury, where my business is located. I really hope that it's a safe protest. We have our own rights to protest against anything that's happening. What happened to George Floyd was is a killing on national television, and we have to have our voices heard. So I am so happy that they're doing the protest. I really hope that it's peaceful, that we are the example for other cities here in Danbury. So just keep it safe, everybody. If you are in a city that's doing protests and you're participating, let's just keep it safe. And if you have any comments for me to know, you can go right ahead and leave it there. But the issue with Dominicans and everything that's been trending since last night is so true. There's a lot of stuff that we need to address, and people don't want to talk about it because a lot of the times the truth hurts. And I'm not even gonna go anymore. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I'm gonna be making videos throughout the day. Thank you so much. God bless. Bye.